So today we're looking at Starving by Hailee, Steinfeld and Gray featuring Zedd. This lesson will be based on my acoustic instrumental of the song, which I will leave a link to in the description box below, so go check that out before the lesson. So for this song there's 6 chords that we need to know. And before we start we need to put our capo on the 4th fret. And now all the chords that I'm about to describe will be relative to the capo, so assuming that the capo is now the nut and 5th fret is now 1st fret. So the first chord is C major, 3rd fret A string, 2nd fret D string, open G string and 1st fret B string. The second chord is D minor, open D string, 2nd fret G string, 3rd fret B string and 1st fret E string. The third chord is A minor 7, open A string, 2nd fret D string, open G string and 1st fret B string. The fourth chord is G major, which is 3rd fret E string, 2nd fret A string, open D string, open G string, open B string and 3rd fret E string. Now those are the 4 main chords that you need to know, and these other 2 are only used in the pre-chorus. So the 5th chord is E minor, so open E string, 2nd fret A string, 2nd fret D string, open G string, open B string and open E string. And the final chord, the 6th chord, is F sus2, which is 1st fret E string, which I'm playing with my thumb, 3rd fret A string, 3rd fret D string, open G string, 1st fret B string and open E string. Now there are 2 main sections that we need to learn, which is the verse/chorus and the pre-chorus. So for the verse and the chorus we're going to be using a finger picking pattern which involves the thumb, the 1st, the 2nd and the 3rd finger. So I will play through the progression slowly first. So we're going to start on the C major, and we're first going to pick each note of the chord starting on the A string. So A, D, G, B. And we're then going to follow this with a slap. So it's A, D, G, B, slap. After this we're going to move to the D minor, and we're going to pluck the D, G, B and E strings all together, so each note of the chord all together first. And we will then follow this with a slap. So D, G and B and E all together, and then a slap. So those 2 together. After that we're going to move on to the A minor 7 and do exactly as we did for the C major. So pick each note of the chord and follow it with a slap. So starting on the A string, A, D, G, B, followed by a slap. So those 3 together. We then move on to the G major, and we're going to pluck the E, D, G and B strings all together. And we're then going to use our 3rd finger to pluck the Hailee string once. And we will then follow this with a slap. So it's the E, D, G and B strings all together, and then once on the top E, and followed by a slap. So I will play through the verse and the chorus all together slowly. And that's the pattern that I use for the verse and the chorus. So for the pre-chorus, we're going to be using a very similar pattern to the verse and the chorus, just with some slight differences. So I will play through the progression slowly first. So for this section, we're going to start on the E minor, and we're going to pluck the E, D, G and B strings, which will then be followed by a slap. So E, D, G, B, and then a slap. After this, we will move on to the F sus2, where we will pluck the E, D, G and B strings all together first. And we will then pluck the top E string once, using the third finger, which will then be followed by a slap. So those two together. After this, we will move on to the A minor 7 and pluck the A, D, G and B strings. And then follow this with a slap. So A, D, G, B, slap. So those three together. And then finally, after the A minor 7, we're going to move to the G major, and we're going to pluck the E, D, G and B strings all together. And then use the third finger to pluck the top E once. And then we will follow this with a slap. So E, D, G, B all together. Top E once. And then a slap. So I will play through the pre-chorus slowly first. And now a bit faster. And that's all you need to know for this track, so I hope you've enjoyed the lesson.